Today we get to work on Hector's car. I think it calls me every weekend to do something. It does. It calls me from the driveway. Joe, how many hours do you have today? Well, today we have a bearing that is completely loose. Let's see if we can make it make noise. Can you hear that? Can you see that? The whole front bearing is completely loose. So I am going to take this in full grease and obviously clean everything before I get it done, but I'm gonna take this and see if it can. But the bearing is completely shot. It's making, there it goes. I can rock it back and forth. And this is probably one of the most difficult jobs on the Renault Alliance is this front bearing. You should replace the lower control arm or the ball joint while you're at it, and then obviously clean up. But there's a snap ring in the back of this hub, and you got to kind of punch it out, this hub, with a socket. You punch it out. Usually one of the bearing, because there's two sides of the bearing. There's one side with the radius that goes this way, one side with the radius that goes that way. And the funny things about these is you'll be driving along and you'll hear something. Well, you'll hear your bearing going bad for quite a while, and then you'll hear something that sounds like BBs. And then you get a lot of noise, and then you go about another mile, and then you blow out the other side of the bearing. So there's two sets, like I said, there's two sets of bearings. One's radius that way, one's radius that way. And when you blow the BBs out of the bearing, it's best to not go any further. Now I have, on occasion, twice had to go further than a mile, but I had basically no front bearing. So we're going to replace the bearing. Oh, there you can see a little bit of movement there. I don't know if you can see that, but believe me, there's a whole lot of movement. So this is going to be a not fun project that nobody really likes to do. Oops, there goes my hand. Okay, it's just pretty yucky. Let's stop this contraption here.